Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's What's Up Wednesday. Today, we're joined by our own staff members again, Michael Taylor, who's our Membership Development Manager, and Elsa Sackett Warren, who is the Leadership Development Manager. The two of them are going to be covering some pieces on our time-space percentage functions inside our core system and kind of what that's like and how that works with taxes and spaces inside a childcare business. So welcome you two, and thanks so much for being with us today.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Thanks, Melina.
Anytime. So just kind of do some intros here, briefly explain each of your roles with the ELV team here.
Yeah. So as Melina said, I am the Membership Development Manager. Now what that means is basically I'm the person that when you are interested in what shared services is, usually you end up meeting with me. So if you are interested in that, definitely feel free to reach out to me. And then also I do data, and really one of my main jobs is just get excited. And I am really excited about time space percentage. It's been like my favorite thing over the past couple months. And, this came about thanks to collaboration with our partners in Wisconsin, Wisconsin Early Education Shared Services Network. So thank you so much, Kelly, for this. You have me so excited, and thank you everybody for helping out with this. I'm really excited to talk about this with you today.
Yep, and like Melina said, I'm the Leadership Development Manager here at ELV. And for me, that means I really focus on helping our partners on the early Head Start side ramp up their business practices and really create sustainable businesses, whether that's finance, like things like this, thinking about taxes, human resources for our larger centers, marketing things for everyone. There's lots of variety. And then when I have free time, I work on improving our own internal operations.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you both for that. It's kind of a good overview of several roles here. So for those who don't use CORE or are unaware of this feature currently, what is time space percentage broadly?
Yeah, so time space percentage really measures the number of hours that you work in your house each year and how much of your home is used for your family childcare home business. The national average is about 30 to 40%. And if you have a higher time space percent, that means you pay fewer taxes. So that's always a good thing. A lower percentage or time space percentage means a smaller tax write-off. It can really vary widely across the country. In Colorado, homes might be larger and it's easier to dedicate a room that is only for your business. While in New York City, apartments might all be in regular use for your childcare because there's just less space available. So sometimes you might know if you buy a big thing of toilet paper rolls, how many went to the master bathroom that only you and your partner use versus your bathroom that is only used by the children in your childcare. But sometimes things are a little bit less clear than that when you need to split up those expenses. So for things like that, the time space percentage helps you to get a tax deduction on business expenses that are shared between your home and your family, as well as your business. So those are things like utilities or maybe a gallon of milk. It's not for expenses that are only for your business. So if you buy art supplies that are only for the child care, that's a 100% business expense and you write off the whole thing. Or if you have a broom that you only use in the space for your child care. And it's not for expenses that are personal. So if you're buying decorative items for your bedroom where children are not allowed, that's a personal expense, unfortunately not a business write-off. So again, it's for those expenses that are really shared between your personal life and your business.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for that. Really good overview of that too. So what's involved in the time percent side of the equation?
So it is all about your total hours over the course of the year. To get to that total hours, IRS does require that you have tracked actual time for at least 2 months out of the year. And it includes both your hours spent with children, which can be tracked really easily through Alliance Core by using the sign in and sign out feature. And then it also includes hours spent working at home without children. So that might be online shopping for supplies, lesson planning, cleaning, things like that. Off-site hours do not count. So if you're going to the bank or the grocery store,
Errands,
we don't count those, but you should charge mileage in that case.
Right. Okay, so then on the other hand of that, what's involved on the space percent of it?
Yeah. So I can handle that one. So the space side of it, the main thing that I like to talk about is first the formula. So the formula for time space percentage is just the time percent times the space percent. However, this is one of the things that a lot of times tax consultants and home providers are not as aware of, is that home providers are the only category that on their taxes they can claim what is called both exclusive use and regular use. And so exclusive use, that's one of the ways that you can really up that percentage that Elsa was talking about. That's usually 30 to 40%. So exclusive use, that's a room that's used solely or exclusively for the purposes of your business. Since it's exclusive, that means that you are never using it for your personal use. And by tax law, that means not even once was it used for non-business things during the year. So, this is something like, if you have a playroom tucked next to the garage, you don't let any of, your friends or family in there, but it's, where the children play during the day. That's an exclusive use. And when you have an exclusive use room, that changes the formula just a tiny bit, but again, it's very much in your favor. It becomes the exclusive space percent plus the time space percentage of every other room. So again, that's one way to significantly boost your number on taxes.
Yeah.
The next category down is regular use. So this is going to be the wide variety of rooms in your house. And actually what we oftentimes see is an underreporting of the rooms that actually fall in this. Because a lot of times people don't realize just how much they do with their childcare in their home. So, this is things like your laundry room where you wash the clothes and towels for the kids, bathroom or bathrooms located throughout the house that they're using. And then also, this could be spaces used for storage. It could even be a room where the children in your care are not allowed in the room, but the closet or the room is holding your materials for your business. So to determine if something falls into that regular use category, it means that it is being used at least twice a week for the purposes of your business. So that's the little thing to follow. Finally, the other one, super simple. It's just no use. So that is if it's used less than twice a week or never used for the purposes of your business. And so part of the reason we're doing this and we put out the blog and the infographic that you may have seen already, it's just because we've updated our system to really help you track all of that. So, if you are a family childcare home provider already using Core, click on Room Setup and click on one of your rooms, and you'll see that there's some new layouts in there to help you track for time space percentage. So we're really excited about it, and obviously I'm really excited about it. So thanks, Melina.
Yeah, perfect. That was a good breakdown of. It's nice to have those 3 different categories. So you kind of touched on this a little bit, but what are the main things that you'd like family childcare homes to know regarding this topic?
Yeah, so I can go first, I think, Elsa. So again, I think there's a couple things that people miss on. One is the underreporting of regular space rooms that you're using for your business. 2, there's oftentimes an underreporting of the time spent on childcare. This is why we're trying to really advocate for you home providers on Core to basically download the app on your phone that you can sign in and sign out and just sign yourself in when you're working on stuff. If you're, hopping on Core or just hopping on PDIS or what have you to work on it, sign yourself in, sign yourself out at the end. You're going to be capturing all that time. Right. You really need about 2 months worth of data to be able to take that for the rest of the year. And then the other thing that I want to point out again is that you can greatly increase your overall time space percentage by using that exclusive use rule. Oh, one little other thing is just, we do have staff here that is able to help with that. I think we'll toss that in at the end. But if you do have more questions on this, please feel free to get in touch with our team and we can direct you to the people that know the most about this.
Yeah, perfect. So kind of just reiterating on that again. So how can we, as our Early Learning Ventures organization, support a provider's time space percentage tracking?
Yeah, so as mentioned, you can use the app or your computer. just the kiosk basically to track all of your time spent using the staff attendance tracker. And then family childcare homes, you can maintain your square footage of each room and the designation. And we're going to keep working on this. As I said, this is something we're really excited about. So eventually in the coming months, we'll have a report that actually does the math. Don't worry, the math isn't actually that complicated when you get into it. And then also, as mentioned, we are writing blogs, articles, sharing infographics about this, and can be accessed. There was one other thing that, Elsa, I believe you were telling me the other day about like the tax prep professionals and their relationship with time space percentage. Would you mind sharing that?
Yeah, so a lot of tax professionals will actually expect providers to offer up their own time space percentage. And even if you do have a tax preparation professional who's willing to calculate it for you, it's really good to be well informed, to know that they're getting you accurate deductions, and also to share any relevant information with them. Just because, like, worst case scenario, if there's an audit, you really want to have records of how you got to that number or how your tax preparer got to that number, because you want to be able to back it up. And I did have one final tip, is also to think about your permanent structures on your property, like a garage or a shed that may be used for storage, since that can also be counted in your time space percentage and get you to a higher number. And if you have questions about if a structure that you have counts as permanent, you can talk to your tax prep person, or you're also welcome to reach out to my office hours and we can try to see if we can figure it out together.
Yeah, that was going to be the next one. Where can they go to for questions or just additional information regarding this topic? So yeah, the office hours are available, and just kind of reaching out to those people in your own community as well. Okay, thank you both. If there's any other final thoughts or resources you guys want to share, we'll just wrap up this week.
Awesome. I would just like to, again, thank the Wisconsin Early Education Shared Services Network for a lot of the help with this, as well as very much Elsa and Barb here at ELV, who helped me since I was originally a novice at this stuff. So yes, thank you, Elsa, and thank you, Barb and Kelly and everyone.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Melina, and for being a great co-presenter, Michael. Have to put in a plug for using the core functionality, because I've seen some of the other spreadsheets that are also available for this calculation, and they are much less fun.
For sure. Yeah, I'll be putting a link to the blog that Michael wrote and the infographic that was created to go along with that, along with the EHS office management office hours as well. So thank you both for your time today. We appreciate it, and we'll see everybody next week.
Thanks so much.
Bye.